I see a lot, or I maybe just imagine that I see a lot in stories about this part of American history, is like a lot of really inert labor. Back to Calgary's trains, back to Calgary. The sense the sense of how to represent labor, the really profound labor that enslaved people were performing in a way that doesn't make us say, I've seen that before. I've seen that before, I've heard that before. So to me, that was the intention behind the transitions and connecting, as Ramona said, the music to that physical action.
Were there any other questions from the cast? Yes.
I was just wondering, you mentioned that this play was originally presented to children, I assume probably adolescents. So I'm just wondering how they received it, what struck them the most. Was it about, I guess, adolescents are exploring relationships and sexual relationships, so it seems like they might have a very particular connection with that. I'm just wondering what that was, how that went.
Yeah, well, it was young audiences, so I think it was between 15 and 21. So it's sort of, adolescents to young adults. And actually, the thing that I've heard Lydia say about it the most was their biggest response was, oh my God, this is something that I'm not taught about my own history. That they felt like they were consistently, the consistent comment was, I'm learning something that I should already know. I can't believe I didn't know this. I can't believe that I didn't know that this Black woman wrote this book.
And we have 2 student matinees for this production as well coming up in the next 2 weeks with local students. So we're interested to hear their experience is the same, if it's different. I mean, since Harriet lived in Cambridge part of her life and she's buried here, it is part of the curriculum in the school system. So it'll be interesting to see if they have a different perspective. But I think that what we've heard a lot from people of all ages is that this play and Harriet's story has taken them beyond their fundamental understanding of this institution. So it's been very gratifying.
I know my nieces came to see the show, and I was talking to them after about what their experience was like. And one of my nieces, I asked her, did she like it? And she said, yeah. I said, well, what did you like about it? And she just took a minute and she kind of hesitated, but she was just, one of the things that she said was that she didn't feel ashamed watching it. And, I'm still having this dialogue with her about what that meant for her, but just that she was watching a story about enslaved people, and she felt connected to it. Like she wanted to know more. She felt proud about it, about this story. And so that meant a lot, hearing my niece say that, and as she's still growing, and again, whatever that means, and we'll continue to have this dialogue as I stated, but with that, and just this idea that there's shame around it, and what the idea of these people who have lived, and some of the people that she's learning about in school, and the people she's not learning about in school, like this woman who she didn't know anything about, and asking, is she real? Is this real, auntie? So just to feed that back.
This is 150 years later, and for me the issue is not just racial or black slavery, but inhumanity and justice, and it's much broader than just period of America, because it really relates to all injustice and human behavior, like slavery was. So for you, how much is the black element important compared with human element?
Yes, I would. I think that part of what makes that happen for me in this play is that that the casting of an all-black cast makes it such that race is almost not an issue, that the other issues are what take first place, so that you think about the injustice, you think about the sexual politics, you think about the gender relations, and so that's what takes the forefront of the stage in my mind about this play, rather than it being about, Lydia talked about this in one of the first rehearsals. The curtain comes up and you see a white man standing over a black man whipping him, and you go, this again, I've seen it before. And so instead of that happening and it being about white versus black, and the issue being black and white, it becomes all the shades of gray in between, I think.
Well, thank you very much for staying. Thank our cast for exploring Harriet's story even further and finding out what happened to her after where the play ends off. We have her book out there. We also have information about her life in Cambridge out on the counter where you picked up your tickets. So feel free to take some information and tell other people about the show.
Especially rich people.